brand new 2025 vintage cruiser, and this is the 17 RWD floor plan. Now you did hear right, this is a brand new 2025 trailer. However, you will notice it does have that vintage look straight from the 50s, and that's what these vintage cruisers are all about. All about mixing that brand new modern kind of appliances and feel to it, and all the benefits you get with a modern trailer with all of the style and character of a vintage cruiser. Starting off here in the front, one of those kind of modern amenities we're going to be talking about is you have a powered tongue jack. You also have two covered 20-pound propane tanks, and you will notice you've got nice diamond plating here on the front to protect it from rock chips and keep this upper fiberglass more protected with that diamond plating. Walking around to the side here, you will notice you have a pass-through storage area. I'll show that off on the other side. And you've got nice dark tinted windows. They look great against this cream color of the vintage cruiser, but also serve the purpose of keeping the nice warm air trapped in there on the cooler days and the cold air trapped in there on those hot days. You'll notice these nice decals around the side, beautiful red trim, and this is where you're going to hook up to your power supply. Walking around to the far side here, you will notice this nice kind of curve not only makes it aerodynamic, fits that vintage look, but it does have kind of a cool feature. It's a single piece of fiberglass from the back here all the way over the top to the front. Really eliminates any worries about having seals or any breaks on the top. Walking to the rear here, you will notice there is a spot where you can install a backup camera if you need to. So it is backup camera ready, but it is not installed. You would have to purchase one and add that on there. Walking around to this side, this is where you'll start to notice some more of those modern features. You've got a beautiful powered LED lit awning on the outside, and you've got plenty of windows throughout the entirety of this unit to give plenty of natural light on the inside. You've got a nice little mount here where you can move your TV from the interior to the exterior. You've got outdoor speakers, and this is the other side of your pass-through storage area. There is some floor plans where you have this pass-through storage area connect to your underbed storage on the inside. This one is completely separate, which is great for keeping things like extra tire irons, pipes, extension cords, camp chairs, things that collect sand and dust separate from everything you have on the inside. Now let's take a step onto the interior here, and we will be transported into the world of a vintage cruiser. Showing off the inside here, this is a rear dinette floor plan. So you've got a dinette in the rear that's going to convert to extra sleeping, which we'll touch on in a moment. You've got above head storage, a beautiful full electric 12-volt fridge freezer combo, which is great. You're not really supposed to run your propane when the trailer is in motion, so this means that your stuff can keep cool 24/7. Looking at this, we've got a nice kitchen here as well. They give you this beautiful cutting board, which gives you kind of room here to add extra countertop space, but also can be a cutting board on the flip side. Got beautiful stainless steel appliances, 3-burner stove top, a traditional microwave above, which you would not be getting in the 50s, and an oven down here as well. I talked about all the windows on the outside. You'll notice all this natural light coming in here, but there's plenty of these nice, almost flush mount. They're very little bit of a bump to them LED lights. They're very efficient for electricity, and they are also great at casting all this beautiful bright white natural light. Speaking of electricity, this unit does have a 100-watt solar panel on the roof. Once again, one of those modern amenities you get with a 2025, and that helps power all these things like this fridge, these lights, and keep it all lit up for you throughout the day. You've got that vintage look continuing on. You've got a nice diamond pattern backsplash, and they start you off with these wonderful matching curtains and bed sheets here as well. For a 17-foot interior floor plan, 20 feet overall, you do give you a decent amount of space. You've got above head storage for all of your personal belongings, storage on the side here, and they do think ahead to not only give you a traditional 110-volt receptacle, but also a 5-volt USB where you can plug directly into. Turning around here, we will have a washroom. Opening up in this floor plan, you get a nice medicine cabinet, Extra storage there as well. You've got your washroom, your toilet itself. Nice sink, still continuing that vintage feel. Access to all your compartments underneath, which is great. You can still store some things in there, as well as just have access to your plumbing. You don't have to rip apart the entire trailer just to clean out a P-trap here or there. Flipping over to this side, you've got a beautiful clean shower. Lots of natural light coming in, which is always a nice touch. And closing up here, as I said, I do want to touch on the dinette still. So this is a great trailer if you have just a couple, because you've got a bed here 24/7. So if you ever just want to kind of pull off to the side of the road and take a nap, you can have a sleep in that bed without having to convert a whole bed, switch a dinette, or kind of build a bed when you're really tired. That means you can leave this dinette up 24/7, always have a place to eat. However, if you are a larger family, that's obviously going to drop down. These cushions are going to come out, and you're going to have an extra room to sleep, an extra body or two. The thing I like about the 17 RWD is you've got this nice kind of countertop at the back here. Lots of these trailers often have places for you to store things, but I like countertop space. When you're parked somewhere, you can just leave your wallet, keys, water, easily accessible. You don't have to pull out a cabinet and go through it to grab everything you need. So that's one nice feature, extra kind of countertop space. But the thing I do like about it is you've got storage underneath it. So if you do need to set this up to a bed, you can have your extra pillows, your blankets there, easily accessible. So even if you have to fully build your bed, you just drop this down, pull that cushion over, and then you have straight access to all the extra belongings you need. Overall, the 17 RWD is a very popular floor plan. The vintage cruisers themselves are very popular. And if you want to see this in person, come on down to Long Haul Trailers in Listowel.